A while back, somebody showed me a solution they had on Linux for using VPNs. And it was, pretty cool. They can have their IP address changed from being in one state versus another state or even different countries. It was pretty cool. And they wanted to know if I can do that on Linux. If I could do that on my Mac. And I said, well, I don't have any VPN service. So, no, I can't. And he had written a big, long script to do it himself. I said, I'm not that great of a scripter. So, no, I probably couldn't. And this excited him tremendously. He went on for months about how he could do something I couldn't do, which he could. I can't write that script. And how the Linux can do something the Mac can't do. I'm like, well, your script would probably work on the Mac just fine. And he said, well, it needed OpenVPN. It's like, well, OpenVPN works on the Mac fine. I mean, you can get OpenVPN. Anyway, he went on for months about how excited he was that he did something I couldn't do. It's like, well, yeah, you're a better scripter than I am. I'm okay with that. Anyway, a few more months go by. He's still bringing it up a lot. He's still very excited about it. So yesterday, I saw this bundle right here for $40. And I was like, well, yeah, I could use a text expander. I actually have one. Here's a text expander right here. But here's a different one, and it ties into other devices and stuff. And so I was looking at this. And it also has this right here, which might be interesting to me. I already have window management tools on my computer, third-party stuff. But then I saw Windscribe. I was like, oh, well, let's take a look at it. I don't know, 6-month unlimited usage if I get this. Okay, cool. And I haven't bought this yet. I'm still debating. But I looked at Windscribe, never had heard of it before, and I was like, hey, I'm curious about it now. So let's go ahead and see what it is. And they actually have, for free, you can get up to 10 gigabytes a month. I'm like, well, cool. So let's go ahead and see what my IP address is right now. And I'll refresh this. And I'm actually going to blur out my specific IP address. But you can see that it thinks I'm in Flagstaff. And I'm going through quest.net. I'll let that show. And it'll have more information about my computer. Show that or not, why not? I'm on Safari, and it has information right there in my resolution, stuff like that. Okay, so that's fine. But now, here's all I have to do to turn it on. I'm going to click on. And it's connected. And I was playing around with this before. The person who was talking to me, I believe, is in San Francisco. So I said, oh, let's be in San Francisco. And so I could come back to here, and I could just say refresh. And, it's being a little slow. But there we go, my IP address changed. Went back down. IP has changed, and it's actually saying San Jose, so they're not always exact. And I could come over to here, and I could say, that's not the fastest, so I could say best location. It'll pick a location near me. Boom, it's let me know that. Which, by the way, if I don't want those notifications to show, I could go into preferences, and I could say show notifications on or off. Easy enough to do. So I'll turn those off for the rest of this video, and we'll refresh. And where am I? Well, I have a new IP address, and I'm in Los Angeles. What if I want to go someplace else? Maybe back east someplace. I could be in Miami. It just takes a few seconds, and right here, very nice interface. I don't have to go running to a command line and opening up a new thing. This is on my menu all the time. Just boom, right there. New IP address. Listed right there. If I refresh this, of course it will have it. And, it takes an extra little second when you use a VPN. Things do get a little slowed down. But there it is. I'm in Miami. But I'm not really, obviously. And, I can go through if I want to be in different parts of the world. Now, some of these are locked out to me because I haven't paid for it. And so I have a limited number of places I can go. But especially if I were to pay for it, this just goes on. And for each one of these countries, premium only. So all sorts of places that I could appear as if I'm coming from. Now, I will say it's not perfect. I wish this menu was longer, because scrolling down through this, there's so many choices. That's certainly an issue. Let's go ahead, just so we have network speeds that are nice again. Let's go ahead and set this up to be best location. That will take it a moment to do. Boom. Now, what happens if they have a glitch on their system? Something happens, and I don't want people to know my IP address. His solution was to quit a whole list of applications that you might not want people to know that you're working with. It's like, I don't want to quit a bunch of applications, then have to restart them, or even have my computer quit them and restart them. And I've talked to him for some time about, that's a poor solution. There's got to be something better. Well, this right here, there's a firewall. And let's see what that does. disables all internet connectivity if you're not connected to our network. Well, yeah, that makes sense. If there's a network glitch, disconnect me. I mean, it might be nice if it had advanced options, of if one node went down, give me a secondary and tertiary node that it would jump to. I mean, I could see other possible solutions, but yeah, just take me off the network for a while. And if I'm not doing anything, I personally have very little need for a VPN like this, I could, of course, go and just turn this off. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this. It gives me 10 gigabytes, and I barely played, you can tell right here. But it works great, and there's other solutions out there. By the way, this works not just on Mac. There's a Linux client, there's a Windows client, and I mean, so anybody can test this. Doesn't matter what operating system you have. It'll work fine. I mean, presumably it works as well as the Mac client does. But the Mac client here seems to be working great.